When we released the last video in Cook with Pikturenama, there were a lot of debates and discussion whether aloo bhate should go with ilish macher tail or not. For some, it actually kills the taste. But there are few like me who really wants to have it with his aloo bhate, which is made with mustard oil. Welcome to Cook with Pikturenama. Today we are going to make a dish which I guess will leave no doubt or debate. Guess what? Ilish Jhal.
And before we get into the recipe, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Turn it from red to grey and then click on the bell icon for notifications for further videos. You want us to create more content? Then you've got to subscribe because that's the only way we grow. I have taken 4 pieces of Hilsa steaks. It's from the same fish that I had made ilish macher bhaja in the previous video. And this fish is 1.3 kilos in size. Add some salt to this for marination. Also sprinkle 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder over this fish. Now gently smear the fish with the salt and the turmeric powder. Make sure that all the surfaces of the fish are well coated. You could also use a teaspoon of mustard oil if it helps to rub the turmeric powder over the fish. Reminds me of Gaye Holud for a bride. I don't know why, it just did. Ilish is a beautiful seasonal fish and it deserves our respect. It's important that we buy the right size of fish and at the right time. On to the main ingredient now, mustard paste. Soak 1.5 tablespoons of yellow mustard seeds and 1 tablespoon of black mustard seed in half a cup of water for about 15 to 20 minutes. After that, discard the water and you can see that the mustard seeds have puffed up and have become soft. They are easier to grind when they are soaked. Add a couple of green chillies as per your taste and about 1.5 tablespoons of mustard oil and water for grinding. If you have a silbatta and if you have the time, go ahead and do it on a silbatta because it does taste better when you grind this on a silbatta, but then we have grinders and we really don't have time, so this works just fine for us. Okay, so now you've got to strain the mustard paste, only because we've used black mustard seeds here as well, because black mustard seeds have a husk which is a bitter and which is also pungent. So use a little bit of water, not too much, and strain the mustard paste and make sure you've taken out every bit of that paste and every bit of that mustard and you just have the husk. There's Shorshe Ilish and there is Ilish Jhal.
But hold on, which one is Khoti and which one is Bengal?
We are bringing on that debate once again and it's so unnecessary. So let me tell you, I think it's just a different terminology used by the two different sides of Bengal. So Jhal is a word which is primarily used by Ghotis, and I don't know of any Bengal who has used the term Jhal. We normally say Shorshe Ilish mach, and basically I think the difference would be in the quantity of the mustard paste.
I think one of the differences will be the thickness of the jhal or the gravy, if we can call it a gravy. The thickness in terms of what we call in Bengali, one would become slightly thicker, and the another one can be a little runny.
No, we've never had runny ilish mach, Shorshe Ilish mach. Never.
But we have had it, which is as pungent.
No, I think it just differs from home to home. Every home makes their own way of Shorshe Ilish mach, and it just is basically the basic ingredient is the same. It's mustard paste.
But why are we debating about it? When it's finally ilish, when it's finally mustard, cooked in mustard oil, there is green chili, there are no doubts about the ingredients over there. So I think let's go to the
I think let's stop the debate.
Yeah.
Let's get on to the cooking now. Take 1.5 tablespoons of mustard oil in a kadhai or a frying pan. Heat it and add a couple of green chillies. Add half a teaspoon of Nigella seeds and let them splutter. Now add half a teaspoon of turmeric powder and the mustard paste that you have made. You add this to the kadhai and keep your heat at a medium to a low, otherwise mustard paste suddenly starts to stick to the kadhai. Then you add water as much as you require. Now the consistency of this dish depends on what you want. If you want a runny gravy, you keep it runny, but generally we don't have a very runny gravy with this. It is little thick, so don't add too much water. Add the fish to the gravy and let it cook in the gravy. You can at this point cover and cook the fish for about 3 to 4 minutes on each side. So when one side is cooked, you flip the fish and you cook it on the other side and keep the heat at a medium and let it gently simmer. Then add more mustard oil, because mustard oil is like our extra virgin olive oil. It makes the food so gorgeous. Add a couple of split green chilies because you want that flavor of the green chilies in the dish. And now let the heat be on a high so that you have the oil floating on top. And when you see that oil is gently floating on top and the fish is almost cooked, because Hilsa doesn't take too long to cook, you turn off the gas. As it cools down or as it settles, you will see that the oil has really floated on top and it looks so gorgeous, or gorgore as we call it in Bengali. Now serve this Shorshe Ilish with a plate full of beautiful steamed rice, and I can't tell you how good this is. I did forget to mention add salt, which I added before, but then I forgot to mention it. Do leave in a comment below with your feedback, and also let us know what you would like us to cook. And if you like this recipe, please go ahead and share it with your friends and your family.